Hi, Leo. Welcome to your quantum reading with me, Jocelyn, the Quantum Queen. Let us begin. This is, of course, for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and as always, welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with a Leo. The message could actually be for you, so feel free to take it however it resonates with you in your situation. Keep in mind that these are timeless readings. So, Leo, I just wanted to let you guys know if you want to venture over to my playlist, you can actually find a playlist that is dedicated just for you. So if you want to take a little gander, see if anything else pops out to you, definitely feel free to do so. If you guys would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, you can find my information down below in the description box. And just want to say thank you for liking, subscribing, and thank you for all the good karma donations. I appreciate it so, so much. Leo. Okay. Let me just get a grip on this. So the very first card that popped out was the Emperor, which it was like, boom, straight up, someone in a power position here, okay? I'm definitely going to pull more to see what's happening, but it's really fascinating. Like, you could be dealing with an Aries. You also could be dealing with a water sign. That could be highly, highly prevalent here. We've got the Knight or the Son of Cups and the Queen of Cups, right? So I do want to say that, like, there's a part of you that your heart is really into whatever this is. This can be a job. This can be a relationship. There's just something where you are very invested with your emotions. And that's why I love her, this Queen of Cups. Like, she feels connected. Like, you feel like you're kind of in your exact environment. You feel like there's something, you feel connected. You know what I mean? Like, look at how the planets are swirling around her. Oh, do you know what I'm actually feeling? This is a different turn. I've never taken this with this card. You almost feel like the center of, oh, what do I want to say with this? There's actually someone else that I'm feeling is almost like the center of your universe. You know, like maybe a lot of your life is revolving around this person or this situation that you're involved in. You're completely enveloped in it, and I actually think that you have just kind of got sucked into the cycle of this revolving. I keep seeing that planet like revolution. Do you know what I mean? And it's like a part of you. Oh, this is so fascinating. A part of you got really swept up in the emotions of this, the emotional connection, or the good things that come with this environment. And do you know what's interesting? Leo, get this. This person is just like chilling. Look at how you're completely enveloped in this. Now, take it however it applies, because Leo, maybe you resonate more with being the Emperor. Maybe you're in the driver's seat, you're the one dominating, and someone else is completely caught up in you. This is so different, because that even could be you, Leo. You know what I mean? Leos tend to be more of that fire sign. Now, that's a generalization. That doesn't have to be everyone, because everyone is like, oh, Leos love the spotlight, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not necessarily what I'm getting. What's interesting is that you're caught in this little bit of a cycle where maybe Leo in the past, or maybe currently, again, take this however it applies to you, but you get caught up in dynamics where you get into relationships or situations where there's someone in a power role. Do you know what I mean? And your life either has to completely revolve around them, and then what happens is you go out in other environments and situations and you actually maybe do that to others, because it's a part of your shadow. It's something that you can't, it's like a pattern, it's a habitual pattern that you have that you don't quite see. And it's nothing bad. I'm just pointing it out as a cycle, because that's what I keep seeing with that Queen of Wands. You see that circular motion around her. You're just in kind of like a cycle of this whole, like, your life revolves around others and others' lives revolve around you. it's a whole mirroring going on here. And this is why I'm saying that too, because I think what's happening, Leo, like if, for example, this is a third party environment, and this seriously can be played out in all avenues. This can be where you have a boss that's just like boom, 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 finger on you, like do this, do that. Maybe you're even like that, Leo, just putting it out there. Very dominant, you know, like probably causes a little bit of stress by all the micromanagement, the pressure, like the demands that they have on you. And so then what happens is it might cause you to feel like a little bit put off by that. You know, there's a part of you that's kind of resentful over maybe you being in a lesser role. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously the Emperor is like, boom, up in the Emperor's seat. Queen of Cups is going to be under, even though it's a court card. This is a major arcana. That's a huge like energy difference there, you know? So what happens is like, because it's kind of playing out the same exact thing of what you grew up in. You had a parent that played this dominant role. You had to look up to them, and because you felt very disempowered, or maybe this parent talked down to you, you also go and play that out with other people. So that's where enter the Sun or the Knight of Cups. Someone who maybe like revolves their life around you, Leo. It's so fascinating. That's what I'm getting, and I'm gonna put it like this. So this is what I think is happening, is like you're in the center, Leo. I know you're not a water sign, but I am going to put you as the Queen of Cups. Don't get caught up on the gender. And so that's kind of what you do. It's a very, I call it the pedestal syndrome. You know, it's where you have someone on a pedestal, and because it's, you know, like mirroring some part of yourself where you feel lack or you're stepping in your power, and then you play that out in another person in your life. Look at that progression of energies, right? Knight, Queen, Emperor. So you do the same exact thing, and what it's calling you to do, like I said, this isn't like a shaming. It's not like, oh, Leo, you're terrible. It's nothing like that. It's bringing to light an energy, you know, bringing to light maybe a pattern that maybe you guys are cool with this, and that's totally great. Maybe some of you are like, what is happening? Like, there's some type of dissatisfaction, because sometimes the Emperor can be just kind of a titch of a douche. Like, he's very my way or the highway, very dominant, controlling. Like, you have to do, it's like, when I want you, you come to my beck and call, you know, and that can be exhausting. It's like, ugh. And that's why it kind of doesn't surprise me with the Queen of Cups. That can be someone more empathic, a little more passive. You know, that's not a very dominant, action-oriented queen. That's someone more emotional, very like intuitive, flowy, kind of like, okay, go with the flow. But you also have the shadow side, Leo, where you play it out in another way, because there's the entanglement. And what it's really calling you to, like I said, this isn't a shaming. It's just calling your attention to an energy. And so it's also showing you that maybe there's this entanglement where you're maybe at the point, Leo, of stepping up, you know, stepping up to a higher role, stepping up in your, you know, just elevating in some way, shape, or form. That's what it's calling you to do. That's why you're entangling with this energy, because it's showing a reflection of the dichotomy of energies within you. That's all it is. Okay. So let us see what comes out here. Archetypes. Dude, I freaking love these cards. Do you guys even know how much I love them? That's why they're like in all of my reads lately, because I'm just like, I love you. Okay. Look at that. Is that not perfect? Look at this. Anima Mundi, no separation. Accept all, reject none. And, you know, I've seen some comments whenever I pull out this card. People on my channel trip out. They're like, no way, I'm rejecting this person. I'm rejecting exes. I'm going to tell you, my friends, if you reject or run from anything, you continue to attract it, because that causes a shadow to create more. That's The cause of the shadow, I always talk about this, it's the low vibrational emotions of shame, guilt, and fear that's stored in your cells. That's it. The shadow is not this crazy complicated thing. Like, it's so straightforward and it's in your cells. So eventually it's going to come to light. That's why relationships are so beneficial, because they're shedding a light on your shadow, your patterns that you can't always see with your, that are programmed in your subconscious mind. So that's why I love this. Like, you need to just pull into acceptance, because acceptance, accept all. It's seeing that no separation. It's seeing that relationships are showing an aspect of yourself. And the more that you push against things, it creates it more. It's the most paradoxical thing, I swear, in this whole reality. I don't know what this shit is, but I do know that I've got a little bit of a grasp on it. So that's why, like, that's what's popping out to me, Leo. This is so fascinating. This is perfect. Okay, you ready? What I'm going to say with this, like, layout right here, we've got the Maiden, which, what was I talking about? The Queen of Cups. It's a little bit more of a passive role. Now, the Maiden is the first archetype of 3 archetypes. It goes the maiden, the mother, and the crone. It's a development. It's a alchemizing, evolving, and that's what I think is happening, Leo. There's a part of yourself there's shining a light on a part of your own development that's like stuck at a certain age where you felt this dominance in your life. That's what it is. So that's why life, the universe, is actually pushing you in elevation in your own evolution so that you can be happier. Like, that's especially with the Queen of Cups, like satisfaction, emotional fulfillment completely. And that's what this is shining a light on, so that you can step into that. So that Maiden card, what's fascinating, that can be like obviously any age of development, in your childhood, your teenage years. But the Maiden, the thing I love about this card, she's very naive, like kind of gullible, but right, she's in a maiden phase. That's more student energy, right? So there's something about, like, the maiden can tend to like live on the edge, she goes after the bad boy. And maybe, Leo, do you know what's actually really interesting, especially because you've got cups? There might be this really weird part of you that has an attraction to both of these people. Like, you might be attracted to, because this can be someone younger than you and someone older. Like, that can completely be how it plays out, because it's, again, reflecting the younger part of you, and then the part of you that entangled with a parent that was older. And so you're like, this is where it gets so trippy, because you're actually playing out, like, especially in romantic or emotional ways, you can sometimes feel attracted to people because it's showing a chemical pattern within you. That's what it's shedding a light on. But you're in this phase of developing, so that's actually really positive. And what's really cool is we've got the Creator card. So don't take this very literally. Like, maybe some of you are very creative, throwing that out there. But more than anything, it's helping you. This is the entanglement, the Emperor stepping into your own power. That's why the entanglement is happening in the first place. Because, Leo, you're in this evolution yourself, in your own psyche and your own consciousness. You're developing from the Maiden, the Son of Cups, like, and fully becoming integrated to who you are, because you have these split aspects in your psyche that you can't totally see. And ultimately what it's going to help you do is, this is you becoming like a very powerful creator. Because once you become fully integrated, all these parts of yourself finally like evolve, and you become who you're meant to be. You start manifesting really incredible things in your life. It almost seems magical. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of the process, is like, this has to happen, because this is what life does. It's only helping you to become more integrated within yourself, so that you can get what you want, so you can be happy. Look at that. Popping right out. Wheel of Fortune. This is karma. This is a cycle. It keeps happening. That's what I was saying. And what's happening is because this cycle might be playing over and over. It's preventing all the things that you want from coming in, all the ships that you want. So that's why I think for this read, it's pulling out for your awareness so that you can start getting everything that you're wanting. That is my law of attraction card. That's my powerful creator card. That's why I'm cracking up, because I'm like, well, there it is right there. And look at this. Look at this. Okay, Leo, I'm going to take, I know you guys trip out about this, but I'm going to take that Empress right side up. And I'm so sorry, I keep like fidgeting. I'm living with this dog and he's freaking adorable, but he's so hairy and it drives me crazy. So don't mind the hair, but what I'm seeing happening, Leo, is you've got 2 queens now and the Empress, which is fascinating because you've got the Emperor and now the Empress. So this is you coming into the clarity that you need to start looking at things more black and white, not being so overcome by your emotions, because Queen of Cups is very emotional. And when you get caught up in your emotions, right, this is why I love this transformation, because I always talk about the Queen of Cups tends to be more of an empath. Her emotions can control her. And the evolution of that, the transformation happens from developing from the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Swords, okay? To having boundaries, to saying no, like deciding, seeing the clarity, seeing beyond the emotions, becoming detached in your emotions. Not cruel, not manipulative, but just very straightforward, to the point. It's very like, boom. The Queen of Swords, she doesn't mess around, okay? Now, there can be the shadow side, but I love that it popped in right up, because I feel like it's not that you're jaded, you know, like with this coming in straight up. You're not like being cruel and manipulative because you're jaded. It's like you're finally starting to see that there's a healthy aspect of protecting your emotions, okay? Not putting walls up, but you can put boundaries up, because that's healthy. And that's actually the thing I think that's going to help you to, right, 3 of Wands, bring all your ships in, bring in all the things that you're wanting to manifest. And then the Empress card, that's you. Like, this is why I've been talking, especially lately with the Empress card. Again, don't get caught up by the gender. But this is the development that you usually go through. You develop through Maiden, the mother, the crone. The crone is like highly psychic, very wisdomous. I don't even think that's a word, but it is now. But the Queen of Cups, right? Transformation from there to the Queen of Swords, and then the Empress. The Empress has taken care of herself so much in her body, her health, her spirit, her emotions. She doesn't even have to worry about boundaries anymore, because she's healed herself. She's done the work. So she doesn't even worry about like having to assert herself. It's just emanated from her. It's really freaking cool energy, because there we've got the Hierophant. Because once you step into this type of embodiment, you know, that type of energy, the Empress, completely balanced. And that's why I love this entanglement so much, because Emperor and the Empress, that's why I'm saying don't get caught up by the gender, male or female, guys or girls, whoever's watching this. Because once you become fully integrated in your feminine and your masculine side, you're connected. You're like, boom, tapped in, turned on. And once you get there, you're fully tapped into the divine. You know, you've got the universe, you've got your guides on your side. You've just got this open channel of communication and information. And that's why I was saying, you know, with the Empress card, she doesn't have to worry about like communicating her boundaries or saying anything, because she's just like emanating that confidence. It's just her whole embodiment. So she doesn't have to do anything. This is what I think you guys are going through. And so it's probably not going to be for all of you. I totally understand that. But for whoever this resonates for, I hope that you this really connects, helps you to see something that maybe you hadn't been able to make sense about before in your life, because this is going to be the path to help you get every single thing that you want. You're going to totally shift a cycle in your life and start living life in a completely different way. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there, Leo. I'm going to dive into this in the extended, pull some more cards. If you guys want to join me over there, definitely feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, and I will see you on the other side. But Leo, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you guys so much love. Wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.